My name is Melvin Valentine, co founder of the Choice Business Group, which is an economic development program for the North Las Vegas community. And today, this is our first session in a five-series webinar series called Mind Over Money. Our vision and philosophy for Choice Business Group is that you have your mind over your money. We don't want you to be preoccupied with money and seeing your purpose and identity coming from how much money you actually can accumulate. We want you to be able to have a peace of mind and understanding that your money, your finances is only a tool that you use to achieve your true purpose and desires out of life. And with that being said, the first and most foremost thing an individual is able to understand how to have their mind over their money is by understanding a paradigm. All right. And now, what is a paradigm? I know you're probably wondering, like, what is that? What is a paradigm? A paradigm is the programming that you have received over the years regarding how you engage and interact with reality, right? Your concepts, your values, your belief systems, and they're programmed at the most basic subconscious level. And a lot of things we just take for granted that they become habitual. We don't even know why we do what we do, right? We learn them from our family, our culture, our community, our environment. Some of them are even genetic, and we'll go more into detail about that. And that's the ideal of what a paradigm is. And a lot of times, when you want to go to that next level in life, you have to break free from old paradigms and develop a new paradigm. And a lot of times, that is the key critical component that makes people successful and unsuccessful. Okay. So, I really highly recommend as we go through this session that you take notes. I'm going to have a slideshow do this process. And on this slideshow, I would jot down a couple of the key ideals and key concepts. You may even want to jot down some of the elaborations that I have about those concepts so you can kind of keep notes and in your studies later on, you can kind of go over, review them, and see exactly where you need to grow and mature at regarding your paradigm. Okay, let's begin. So, paradigm programming is what we're going to call this session, all right? Now, first thing about a paradigm, we're going to go over some of the key components of what a paradigm consists of, okay? All right. First concept that you want to connect with the paradigm is your perception. I know you've probably heard the saying that perception is reality. And when it comes to the paradigm, that is completely true. Your paradigm controls how you perceive events that have unfold in your life, whether those events are good, whether those events are bad, whether those events are setbacks, whether those events are opportunities. All those things are your perception, and it's controlled through your paradigm. Also, another key concept to your paradigm is your use of time, right? We all come from different ways of life. We all come from different cultures and different backgrounds. And with those different cultures and backgrounds, they have different perceptions and understanding of time, how to interact with it, how to manage it, how to utilize it. And that, once again, comes from your paradigm, right? You may take it for granted, but you have a lot of subconscious programming that dictates how you choose to spend your time. Okay. So, right now, you can jot down these two key concepts. I'll zoom in on them, right? Once again, perception and use of time, right? Are key components to your paradigm. All right. All right. Now we're going to go to the next slide. Next slide. Okay. Creativity and effectiveness. Once again, these two are two major components of your paradigm. Your creativity comes from your paradigm. What creative endeavors that are actually exciting to you? What creative endeavors interest you, right? Whether you're into dancing, whether you're into singing, whether you're into art, whether there may be creative potential in you that you don't even know about. Why? Because you weren't exposed to those different creative outlets at a young age. So you don't even know how to tap into those things. Why? Because your paradigm has determined and dictated to you that this is how you express your creativity, right? Also, effectiveness, right? How effective are you at certain tasks, at certain realities, right? For example, if you grew up in an environment or a culture and you heard from at home from family, friends, parents that, oh, we're just not good with finances, or we're not good with numbers, or we're not math people, or you heard your dad saying he wasn't ever good at science, and that kind of, well, I want to be like my dad, so since he's not good at science, I'm not going to be, that subconscious programming seeps in, and now you begin to believe on a very basic subconscious level that you're not good at science, right? Which now what that would do is dictate your effectiveness in a science program, right? Or in a science class or any type of scientific adventure. If on a subconscious level, you have already been programmed to believe that you, your family, your background, your culture, that's not the things that you do. Now, all of a sudden, right, you are not able to be effective in those different activities, all right? So, once again, I'm going to zoom in so you can take these notes down. I think it's very important that you take notes, all right? Okay, creativity and effectiveness is all a part of your paradigm. Okay, all right. Okay, now we're going to go to the next slide. Next is productivity and logic. All right. Now, your productivity, how productive are you, right? How ambitious are you, right? How often and how long do you work, right? What type of tasks, what type of projects, what type of challenges? How do you challenge yourself in those areas? All are conditioned and programmed by your paradigm. If you grew up in a culture, if you grew up in a community or a family that maybe didn't celebrate or honor work ethic. Or you could have grew up in a culture and a community that celebrated hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. So you already have ingrained and instilled into you that working hard is a tremendous value to you. Or you could have grew up in a community where a lot of individuals wanted they think smarter and not, I mean, work smarter and not harder, right? That's a saying that a lot of people say, right? So you're always looking for the shortcut, or you may be looking for the easy way out, or you always feel like maybe it doesn't take all that to get to that place, right? So these are different cultural norms and different cultural values that are there in different mindsets that are all part of the paradigm and the programming that you got when you were raised in whatever environment and with the family, with the friends, with the community that you grew up with. Also, logic, right? Logic has a lot of different ways you can apply logic to a variety of different circumstances and situations. We two people can be in the exact circumstance and logically see two different ways to approach this situation, and how you utilize logic has a lot to do with your paradigm, which once again comes from that background, that environment, that community that you come from. So these are the things that you need to begin to kind of reflect and explore on, right? Like a lot of times when you want to get somewhere else in life, unfortunately, a lot of times your paradigm, your current paradigm, what you were programmed, conditioned for, are not suitable to where you actually truly want to be and where you need to go. And that's why reflecting on what your current paradigm is and understanding the impacts of those decisions has a lot to do with your capacity, ability to be successful in the future. Okay? All right. Okay. Productivity and logic. All right. Jot those two down. All right. Next is an important one, your ability to earn money. I mean, which is kind of clear, right? With all those other six that we just went over, all those impact your ability to earn money, right? Your relationship to money. Some people grew up in a culture that seen that that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, right? So if you already perceive yourself to be poor, then that automatically on a subconscious level has conditioned yourself to believe that you're not able to be rich, because if you already perceive yourself to be poor and you believe the rich get richer and the poor get poorer on a subconscious level, that impacts your ability to earn, right? So it's little sayings and little things like this that we take for granted, but have a huge impact on how you are able to succeed and achieve in life. Okay. So we're going to write that one down. Okay. Ability to earn money. Okay. All right. Great job. All right. Now, a couple other last notes to sum things up. So, once again, like I've already discussed before, paradigms are given to us by genetics and environment. So, you want to write that down, right? Paradigms are given to us by genetics and environment, right? So, you got to understand a lot of things are genetic and a lot of things are environmental. How you grew up conditioned you to believe and perceive certain things a certain way. Okay. Also, cultural paradigms and class paradigms, right? You want to kind of understand more about your paradigm, understand your culture, right? You're going to see other people coming from that same culture. You guys will share similar values and similar mindsets and perspectives, and that can kind of help you assess your current paradigm. Also, your class, right? Your income level, where, whether you're poor, you come from a poor middle class or upper class, working class community, right? Low income, middle, moderate income, high income, all those different designations impact how you perceive the world, finances, and reality, right? So you want to be able to kind of see what beliefs and values are associated with certain classes and see if those beliefs are suitable for where you're trying to get to in life, right? And last but not least, changing your paradigm. I know you guys all want to know, well, how do I change it? Two things. You got to have strong emotional impacts. That's why you see people that have very life changing situations. They could have been in a car accident, some a death in the family. Sometimes changes their paradigms. They begin to look at life a different way. They could have a religious experience, some type of spiritual experience that makes them look at life completely different. And then last but not least is a very more practical approach. It's just finding the new paradigms that you want to entertain and then constantly reprogramming yourself by repetition, right? Telling yourself to reprogram yourself, literally introducing yourself to new ideals and concepts. And through repetition, you're able to get those new paradigms inside your subconscious. Okay. So you want to write those down. Changing your paradigm, right? You're going to have emotional impact or paradigm reprogramming. Okay. Combination of both. All right. Okay. And last but not least, I really want to make a push to you to make you understand here at Choice. This was just a sample of some of the things that we're about at Choice Business Group. Choice Business Group, we will help you reprogram your paradigm. You sign up for Choice Business Group, you get a member, you become a member, you get a business life coach that will sit down with you in one-on-one sessions to really discuss your paradigm, your culture, your the culture, the class that you come from, some of the value systems that may be associated with your particular paradigm. We also help you identify exactly where you're headed and where you're going. And let's try to see some of the values, some of the norms, some of the habits that you may need to now adopt in order to get successful. We all have dreams, we all have goals, we all have ambitions, but a lot of times people get stuck in ruts and don't understand why they are not achieving the goals that they desire. And it's all about the paradigm. If you don't change that programming, if you don't develop new habits, if you don't develop new mindsets and new values first, you're not going to be able to change your reality and your circumstance. So that's why it's critical that you reprogram your paradigm. Okay, so I hope you follow all the sessions. This is just one out of five. This is the first session. The rest are soon to follow. All right. Once again, my name is Melvin Valentine Jr., co founder of Choice Business Group. And I hope you sign up for a membership today and move with the movement because times like these, you need to know your choices.